All right, good morning, everyone. Let's see what we have on Nasdaq. Good morning, good morning. I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel good today. Feel like shit. All right, looking at the daily time frame, there's literally nothing. Okay, we've been moving sideways for a month. But honestly, even though we've been moving sideways, I think a market has given good opportunities. All right, we have this 4 hour supply zone up here that the market hasn't touched up on. I think if I take longs though, I think it'd be a good target. It's a really strong zone. Down to the 3 hour time frame. Don't see much. Okay, this looks like a kind of a 2 hour demand zone down here. Do we have any news today? Fifth. It says we had 8:30 news and then 10:30 news. 10:30 news doesn't really matter. I don't think I'll be trading at 10. Check gold. Um, I heard about gold. It crashed or something, right? It went down. Yeah, something like that. Good. It needed a pullback. Please adjust the video. Um, if you're on the vertical stream, yeah, I feel like shit, bro. If you're on the vertical stream and you can't see most of the screen, you can go on the channel and there's gonna be two streams. There's a horizontal one and a vertical one. Okay, this looks like a 1 hour supply zone that the market tapped into and rejected. It also looks like it's the closest zone to price currently. Let's see though. Let's see if I find more zones. I mean, this could be a 90-minute supply zone. Down to the 45-minute time frame. This looks like a let me check the 2 hour. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna erase the 2 hour time frame. Or sorry, the 2 hour zone. And I'm gonna switch it with this 45-minute demand zone. The 45-minute demand zone is much cleaner. It's also close to price. Or closer. Let's see. 30-minute time frame. Don't see much. Well, I already like the zones that I have marked down. I think so far there's really good zones, right? We have this 90-minute supply zone and this 1 hour supply zone, which has a good rejection off of it. The only thing with the zone up here is that it's far away. We could get up here once the market opens up, but I feel like, you know, then I'd just be missing out on these longs. So I rather the market come down to this 45-minute demand zone, which is closer than this 1 hour zone. It's about 100 points away or 400 ticks away. Once we get down here, don't know if I'll buy or sell, right? It depends on how the market reacts down here. And I think that's it for the zones. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna chart too far away from price, but I do think I should double check above these highs here in case the market's like crazy bullish. I mean, but if you zoom out, it kind of. I mean, I was gonna say we're at the top of the range, but we're not. Not really. I was gonna say we were at the top of the range that we could reject it and come back down. And now the dog's barking. Damn. How long do you usually trade for? Literally for like an hour or 30 minutes. I don't trade for too long. The most I'll be on the charts is an hour. But yeah, I don't spend a crazy amount trading. Before I used to, right? So I was obsessed. But now it's more of a system where, yeah, sometimes I do want to trade during agent session, but it's not part of the system. So I don't do it. All right. Yeah, I think that's it. Ooh, this looks like a good 5 minute demand zone. I don't trade off of 5 minute zones as often, but this zone looks really good. We've had a couple rejections so far. Doesn't mean I expect this to bounce from here. Since we are right here currently, I mean, I think we'll break past it, maybe chop on it. But we'll see. I think that's all the zones for now. I won't chart too far away from price. The zone I'm really looking at is this 45-minute demand zone down here, which is at 890. Once we get down here, it'll it'll be a buy or sell. Don't know which one. Just depends on how the market reacts down there. All right, let's look at US 30. This is the trade I took yesterday for US 30. It was off of this 1 hour demand zone, and we're at the zone again. Interesting. Interesting. Another thing with US 30 is it touched up on this 4 hour supply zone and it rejected it, which normally I'd say that's pretty bearish, but I don't like to create a bias. I definitely I've noticed that when I do create a bias, it's like first of all, it's not always a good one, and then second of all, I'll stick to it more than I should, even if the market tells me something else. So that's a why I don't create bias. Just not good at doing that. All right, we have these 4 hour zones on US 30. It looks very similar to Nasdaq, but I will say I think US 30 looks more bearish on the bigger time frame. Right, we have this little downtrend here. Doesn't mean I'm bearish for today. It's just what I see. It's moving. It has. I think US 30 has more direction than Nasdaq currently. Have you ever thought about using bots like automated trading? Not really. Not really. Not really. Maybe in the future, right? Leave it leave it in the background, make some extra cash. But I don't know. I've been more focused on like doing the skill by myself. But I think eventually that'll change. You never know with the future. All right. This is the 1 hour zone that I took the trade off from yesterday. And we're currently right at the zone right now. So I'm hoping we bounce off of it right now until at least 9:30. Then at 9:30, maybe we'll break past this or maybe we'll retest it and bounce off of it. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though, there's not too many zones. Not too many zones. If the market, let's just say the market breaks past this 1 hour zone, then I'd have to wait for it to tap this 4 hour demand zone, which is kind of far away. Yeah, 200 points. Oh my gosh, I feel like, bruh, I feel nauseous. Don't feel good. Yeah, I'm fine. Huh? No, I'll just drink water. It's like I woke up like hungover, you know? That's how I woke up. That's how it feels. Like dehydrated, like dizzy. Okay, let me double check this 45-minute time frame. Kind of skipped over it. All right, yeah, I don't see nothing. Yo, let me mute myself. They're still barking. All right, they're still kind of barking, but I thought they were gonna slow down. Okay, maybe they. Oh, they're still going at it. Let me tell them something. Hold on. All right. They heard me come in. They got quiet. All right. I think this is all the zones for US 30. I'm not sure. I mean, if price breaks past this 1 hour zone, which it might, because we have 15 more minutes. If it does do that, then I'll have to wait for it to tap 0.93, which is over 200 points away. It's pretty far away. Um, you know what? This looks like a good zone here too. 45 minute. This is also a good 90-minute zone. Okay, yeah. Let's just say the market goes up. If it goes up, then I'll wait for it to tap 658, which is also is also far away. So, I don't think, I mean, currently it just looks like I won't take a trade right at open unless it teleports to the zones that I want it to. Which so far I think the best chance that I have right now is Nasdaq touching up on this 45-minute zone at 890. Hopefully we are down here by market open. We'll see. US 30 I think is going to break past this 1 hour zone. Yeah, it's already happening. So if it does happen, probably won't take a trade off of this area cuz it might start to chop up there. What kind of dogs do you have? Well, right now we have four German Shepherds, which sounds insane, and then one Chihuahua, and he's the leader. I mean, just now he was down there trying to bark. He was trying to bark, but it was more like howling. Yeah, and honestly, since I don't feel good, but I think if I see some weird price action, just call it a day. Especially if I don't see a trade by 10. I feel like I don't know. I don't want to wait for like 10:30 or something. I rather just go lay down. Dag. Okay, I think this is it for US 30. I mean, I don't think I have to chart too far away. Shit, maybe I do. Honestly, don't want to though. Drink some fresh ginger juice. You're in New York City. I'm not in New York City. It's funny because you tell someone you're from New York and like they think it's New York City. That's funny. Nah, I'm like what 6 hours away from New York City. 5 hours, pretty far. I'm closer to Canada than New York City. Where's VWAP? Let's see where VWAP is. Okay. What about Nasdaq? Okay. Why do you make those white lines for? It's just support and resistance. What other New York is there? So it's New York State. New York City's like the small city. I see you're offering one-on-one mentorship, but I see it's only for psychology. Do you have one for strategy and breakdowns? I mean, the free Discord, like if you join it, you'll be able to access the strategy. And there's a bunch of stuff about my strategy in there. But I will say, like, if you do join the mentorship and you don't want it to be for psychology, then we could focus more on strategy. But thus, I feel like the mentorship's more for like experienced traders that have been trying for a while, but like still haven't seen much success. Like the mentorship's not for beginners, which is why I don't talk about it too much. Okay, I'm gonna chart up here and then I'm gonna chill out and wait for market open. Okay. Yeah, I think this is it. Let's see what session liquidity there is. Okay, there's London highs and Asian highs. I think usually that's pretty bullish. Doesn't mean I'm bullish, okay? It's just a note. Low note there. Wow. I have a headache. How many contracts are you signing per account? On NASDAQ, I usually trade about 5 micros per account. If it's US 30, or if it's YM, then I'll trade one full contract with a 50-point stop. Can you talk about mothers, maiden lane, birthdays, name of first pets, stuff like that? Yo, what? That's crazy. What are the white lines for? Honestly, like, they're just there. I don't really use the white lines for entries. They're just, they're there for support and resistance. Now, I don't know. The white lines are really just like for confluence. I don't really, I pay more attention to the zones than the white lines. I lived in the Bronx for a little bit last year. Oh my gosh, how was that? I can't imagine living in New York City. It sounds really stressful and dirty. It's a cool city, but it's 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 like not what you think. If you've never been there, you probably think like, "Whoa, like New York City," and then you get there and it's like, "Oof, New York City." It's like I don't know. It's a different type of environment. It's insane. How long did it take you to control your emotions during trading? I would say like honestly, I don't know. I would say like 2 consistent years. It's like you'll always have the emotions. It's just you kind of just have to learn to deal with it. Like when I take a loss, like I still get upset over losses. It's not like I'm a robot or something. But I've just gotten way better at like walking away and accepting losses. I've also gotten better at like not being too hyped when either I get a payout or when I win a trade. Like I try to keep the emotions like this, like the same constantly. I try not to make it a roller coaster of emotions. There are orders. There are 213 orders at 960. Okay, okay. I remember when I used to trade book map. It's like with book map, I just feel like I don't know, like it was book map is for me it was just like a different version of the charts. It was the same thing. Obviously it's not because you see the actual orders. That's just how it felt for me. And it was also like I don't think I was educated properly on book map. Maybe that's also a thing. Like it wasn't too helpful for me. That's how I feel about Los Angeles. It's more homeless people than you can imagine. And we were thinking about going to not well, mate. We were thinking about Los Angeles actually, bro. If I go to LA, first thing I'm doing is going to In and Out, and I'm trying In and Out for the first time. That's like the main reason why I want to go over there. Is just for In and Out. Come to Texas. I've been to Texas. I think a couple times, maybe once or twice. But I like Texas. It's nice. I've never had In and Out. No, In and Out's overrated. Really? How's their like their animal fries and the sauce on top? I think it's a burger sauce. How's that? So I like burger sauce, like Big Mac sauce. Stop. I like. My girlfriend hates it, or she gets the egg every time. Something about Big Mac sauce is like something about it. It's funny because I ate a Big Mac the other day, and then I opened up Instagram, and it was like a video talking about the how people think there's like human meat in the burgers, and I was like, damn, like I just ate a Big Mac. That was funny. Like it's not funny if it's real, but it was just funny. Okay, here's Market Open. Yeah, this looks like a slow open. It's like 30 seconds in, and I'm already saying that. It's too early to tell. Let's see. I gotta wait. Well, US 30 is below 392. It's right at this 1 hour zone, but it's below the 50% line, so I don't know. Usually I'd be saying, oh, we could get down here, but I think it's too early to tell because it's also right at market open. With NASDAQ, it looks like it bounced off of this 5 minute demand zone so far. If it comes up to VWAP, I want to see either touch up on it and like leave, go back down or close above it and continue to go higher. I definitely don't want to see choppy price action on VWAP. If I see that, most likely won't trade. Cause I saw that shit on, when was it? I think it was Tuesday. I saw it chopping up on VWAP, and then I traded US 30, and like I got chopped up. If I see that happening, I'm gonna have to wait for it tomorrow to trade. But let's see. We're only 1 minute into market open. Maybe it's too early to judge the market. Okay. Also, usually I'm looking at, Nasdaq or US 30 more. Today it's like, I don't know. I'm looking at both. It really depends on which market touches up on a zone quicker. Right now, it looks like Nasdaq is closer to this 90-minute zone. Honestly, I'm not sure if I would even trade at this 90-minute zone because VWAP is right there. And I feel like recently we've seen a lot of choppy price action on VWAP. Another thing I noticed yesterday on Nasdaq, I think it was, the opening range was pretty small, and it stayed within the opening range for like, I think it was like an hour, and then it actually broke out. That I've been seeing a lot of that. Just the moves happen later on in the day, which for me I don't like. So I don't like waiting for moves. I like catching it the first 30 minutes. Okay, here's Nasdaq approaching VWAP. Like I said, I don't want to see it stay around this area. I want to see it either a clean rejection or a clean breakout off of this. I don't want to see it stick around this area. Yeah, US 30 looks like it also bounced from this demand zone. Would I have taken this long? No. So I wouldn't have taken a trade off of this 1 hour zone. Now I expect US 30 to come up to 661 or at least VWAP. But we'll see. How far away is that? Okay, 150 points. Not too bad. Yeah, if US 30 comes up to 658, then I'll look at it. Alright, this is the first 5 minute candle. 5 minute candle close out great. We'll see if it continues. What's VWAP? I think it's like volume weighted average, something like that. It's like an EMA, but I think it's for the volume. Do I know exactly what it is? No, I don't. I'm not gonna lie. Don't know exactly what it is. It's really like an EMA. It's like a, I don't know, moving average. Here is NASDAQ tapping a 90-minute zone. Usually, I would take a trade off of this, but it's just too close to VWAP right now. I mean, the only way I would take a trade, maybe if it closes above 132, then I would try to long it. We'll see though. I'm pretty sure we don't have any high impact news as well. Unlike yesterday, it was a slower open, but after that 10 a.m. news, it kind of started to pick up. I don't think we'll have that today if it's actually slow. Okay, this is good. It's getting away from VWAP. I do like that. The only way I would take longs is if it closes above 132. And usually I would kind of look for shorts here as well. If I see it tap into here and then break structure to the downside, but I don't think I would do that today. Again, just because VWAP is there. I'd rather trade away from VWAP than, you know, towards it on NASDAQ. I will say though, the opening range is a decent size. So I do think there is volume, right? But not as much as, recent days. It looks like lower volume. Especially since 100 ticks right now looks like a decent size. If 100 ticks looked smaller, then I would have said, whoa, there's a lot of volume. But it actually looks like a decent stop loss. Okay, here it is. I'm definitely keeping an eye on NASDAQ more. I do think the shorts or the longs could pop up from here. If the shorts come in, I probably won't take it because of VWAP. If the longs come in, I take it again if the candle closes above 133, which we got close to, and then it went down. Yeah, like usually I'd short this if VWAP wasn't there. US 30, it looks very slow, especially on the 1 minute time frame. It looks very choppy. Damn, it's a slow open. Honestly, not the opening I expected. We'll see. Nasdaq looks like it's gonna go back down. It does look like it rejected this 90-minute supply zone. And this might be the first, yeah, candle close below VWAP. If you care for America, you'd never short the market. That's crazy because I love shorting the market. It's like something about shorting is different. I feel like when you short the market, it's just quicker TPs, quicker moves, especially when it's like a nasty sell off. Those are my favorite days to trade. Staircase up, elevator down. Every time. That's like the classic NASDAQ pattern. It'll be choppy on its way up and then crazy fall. Okay, this failed to go down. So I'm glad I didn't take the short because probably would have gotten stopped out, break even. Again, the reason I didn't take the short on NASDAQ was because it's right at VWAP. That's the only reason. Yeah, I'm gonna give this till 10 a.m. So far though, it looks like a no trade day for me unless the market starts to pick up volume and actually go somewhere. We'll see. And then for US 30, it's tough because we already chopped on this zone. So it's like usually we chop up on his own. I don't like to take trades off of it because I'll get faked out. So yeah, if US 30 goes down, I could take a trade off of this 10-minute zone, but it's down at 320. We'll see. Definitely looking more at right now. I'm looking more at US 30 just because it might touch up on this 10-minute zone around 320. NASDAQ, I mean, I'd only trade it. NASDAQ's fucking. I'd only trade it if it gets above 133, 132, or if it comes down. Yeah, even this 5 minute. Or if it comes down all the way down here at 890, which is not good, right? It's just like if we get down here, I already missed out on a pretty decent short. I do feel like Nasdaq is gonna go down because it rejected this 90-minute supply zone twice. But we'll see. It's still kind of close to VWAP, so it's hard to tell. I also just feel like the shorts would kind of make more sense on Nasdaq, because it's the opposite of a breakout. You're just betting that it's gonna go back down to the range, which happens a lot when there's weird price action. Yeah, this is a. I mean, I don't. It's a tough market if you force trades, especially on Nasdaq. It looks very wicky on the 1 minute time frame. Like you could have probably taken a short here, and you could have been right, but you could have gotten wicked out. All right, I'm keeping an eye on US 30, waiting for it to tap this 10-minute demand zone, which is around 320, or very close to it. Don't know if I'm gonna take longs or shorts off of here. We'll see how it reacts once we tap into it. Damn, Nasdaq's back up. It's definitely chopping up on VWAP. Oh, that was the opening range. I didn't even realize that was the first 15-minute candle. So we'll see. In order for the opening range to break, definitely needs more volume, which looks like it's starting to pick up more volume. I mean, this 1 minute candle is huge. We'll see if it continues though. Because what you'll see on a choppy market is like you'll see a crazy candle and then it slows down after that. So you don't want to see that. Okay, this is good. It's pushing up. US 30 did not touch up on the 10-minute zone. So I'm also looking at NASDAQ now. Keeping an eye on both. Both are very close to areas I would trade. We'll see if this NASDAQ candle closes above 133. I would take longs off of it, but we'll see. So far, we've rejected this area a couple times, and it kind of looks like we're rejecting it again. All right, US 30 tapped this 10-minute zone. So now I'm definitely looking at US 30. I'd only take shorts on US 30 if it closes below 293 or below 283. Then I do think it'd be a decent short. For the longs, I'd take a long if it definitely if it gets above 391. We'll see how this candle closes though. So far, it does look like we're bouncing off of this area. All right, let's see if it retests or not. If it gets above 377, I'm gonna go in long on US 30. All right, there we go. I'm in a long on US 30. Put my stop loss at 327. I do wish my stop loss was at the low, but if the stop loss is at the low, I'd be risking a bit too much. I do want to see it bounce off of this white line here. Okay, that's a good sign. I'm going to try to target around 120 points. Or honestly, around 100 points. We'll see. Oh, it's retesting this white line again. I definitely want to see it break these wicks pretty soon. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm going to try to target around 100 points. We'll see though. Honestly, I mean, I think it could go up to VWAP. So we'll see. All right, we're almost at a 1-to-1. So I'll be breaking even soon. NASDAQ looks like it's going up as well. It's still very choppy though. What time is it? 9:55. Okay. Let's see the 5 minute time frame. Oh, okay, this is a new 5 minute candle. Yeah, with this trade, we're honestly just betting for a choppy market. We're betting that it's gonna go back inside of this range, which it's already in. I still do wish my stop loss was at the bottom, at the lows. Yeah, if I put the stop loss at the lows, I think I'd be risking like 400, which is too much for me. Yeah. Okay, this is a good push up. I'm gonna break even here, putting my stop at 82. So I do want to see it push past this white line here. Don't want to see it rejected. Okay, nice. I have my TP at 83. I do think this could go up to VWAP though. This is a good take profit. It's right at a white line. I'm gonna trail it here. I'm gonna trail it tight. Nice. I hit TP there. Woo! Woo! Oh my god, guys. I'm requesting another 40k payout tonight. Wow. I think this could go up to 582, up to VWAP. That was a good trade. Definitely, definitely a better long than the longs on Nasdaq. Wow, that's crazy. Oh my god, guys! Now I feel better. Like I don't even feel dizzy anymore. That was a really good long. So the reason I took the longs was because of this 10-minute zone. This is the only reason. You can see as soon as we tapped this area, we rejected it. Honestly, the entry could have been earlier. Entry could have been maybe a couple of points lower, but it was perfect where it was. It was good enough. Yeah, let's see if it hits 580s up at VWAP. I think it will. I don't think there's much stopping this move up right now, at least on US 30. On NASDAQ is way different because NASDAQ has, or you know what? No, this kind of looks like kind of 15-minute supplies on here. I mean, I still think it'll touch VWAP, but we'll see. The longs on Nasdaq came in, but you really only you and I'm stuttering. You only would have caught the longs on Nasdaq if you didn't get chopped up here. If you didn't get chopped up, wicked out there, then you caught the longs. It was definitely harder to catch the longs on Nasdaq. I think it was more cleaner on US 30. I mean, obviously they both played out, but Nasdaq looks spiky. It was a 1 to 2. Yeah. Yeah, 1 to 2. A little bit over a 1 to 2. Yeah, it could have hit for a 1 to 3 as well, for sure. But honestly, I just wanted to lock in the payout. Yeah, so some accounts are at 4,200, others are at 4,500, which is what I wanted. Honestly, this second round of like getting the payouts took way longer than what I expected. But I think it was because, like I said, like I'd get close to the payout and then I take a loss. And if I have like an actual losing day, it's the same as my profitable days. You know, like if I lose, it'll be a loss of 500. If I win, it'll be a win of 500. So yesterday I decided to, if I'm gonna have a green day, try to make it more than your usual red day. That way, when I have a losing day, it doesn't feel like 10 steps back or something. That's what I'm gonna try to focus on this next round is just, making the winning days at least like a 1 to 3, maybe 1 to 2. But like if holding the trade makes sense, then like I'm gonna tell myself to hold the trade. But yeah, this is good. Nasdaq, the longs definitely came in. I would have taken longs. You see, if I was looking at Nasdaq, I would have taken longs here. My stop loss would have been 100 ticks. I would have gotten chopped up here, and I would have been right on the longs, but I would have gotten stopped out. And I only took the long on US 30 because the reaction happened way quicker than on on Nasdaq. That's the only reason. It's not like I knew the reaction was going to be better on US 30. It just happened first on US 30. What makes you trade on the minute, like the 1 minute time frame? I mean, really, I just, because I'm a scalper, right? It's not like I'm looking for a crazy move. So I stay zoomed in, not all the time. I really only stay zoomed in when the market is like right at a zone. Right, in today's case on US 30, on the 1 minute time frame, you can clearly see as soon as we tap into this area here, immediate rejection. Wow, that was a nasty sell off. We'll see if Nasdaq sells off too, because it's at a 1 hour supply zone. I wouldn't be surprised if Nasdaq sells off. Because if you think the longs are gonna continue on Nasdaq, it's like you're kind of betting for a breakout, and breakouts are usually hard when the market is kind of choppy. Wow, I'm glad I took profit. I really thought it'd go up to VWAP. It did not. It rejected this area here. I want to give it a try, but I feel like it'll stop me out too quickly. I saw a comment the other, no, I saw it this morning. Someone said like, oh, like if I had a stop loss that tight, like I would get stopped out or something. But it's like that's why you need a good entry so the stop loss could be tight. I'm not getting in, at any random time. I try to get in close to the zone. That way the trade can make sense. That way the stop loss could be tight and still make sense. In today's case, like honestly, the stop loss doesn't make too much sense because it's not at the bottom, but it was good enough because it was below this white line here. And let me separate this. Yeah, with this stop loss, I think it did make some sort of sense because it was below this white line that the market bounced off of a couple times. I even said it when I was in the trade. I was like, we have to bounce off of this white line, or if not, I'll get stopped. Luckily, it did bounce off of the white line 3 times. Congratulations on your 40K payout. Thank you, thank you. I got funded multiple times, but not request a payout yet, and I've blown more than 80 accounts. It's because once you get funded, you're probably really like either you're like really excited about it, or you're thinking about the payout too much, right? Which is why I always say pretend like your evals are real. Pretend like you're actually funded. That way your emotions aren't like, you know, a roller coaster when you're actually funded. Because if your emotions are a roller coaster, your trading is going to be a roller coaster as well. Also, with the tight stop loss thing, it's like, so the entry is good, the stop loss makes sense. If I'm wrong on the direction, it'll stop me out pretty quickly on most losers. Like a lot of the losses that I take, it's a trade that went straight to stop loss most of the time. Which I think is kind of good, you know? It's like you take the quick loss, okay, what's next? Am I calling it a day or am I waiting for the next trade? What time did I take this? 9:51, and it hit profit before 10 a.m. It's pretty quick. It's crazy because like a lot of my winners, usually I'm done before 10. Like, I don't know, I really like my trading because it's so specific. Last year I used to overthink a lot. This year, guys, even though the payouts are bigger, like I haven't really been overthinking much. I've just been showing up and like executing. Even with the losing streak I had in February, like I wasn't even overthinking like I usually would. Like last year, if I got in a losing streak last year, it'd be like, damn, like this and that. But this year it's more like, okay, like you just have to be patient for a better setup. Wow, it's really breaking lower here. Yeah, I think if this candle here closes below 292, I think it could go down to 0.93, which is a pretty far away move. Oh, it's not even that big. But yeah, this is a 4 hour demand zone down here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we go all the way down here. I also wouldn't be surprised if NASDAQ continues to go down unless it bounces right here. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes back inside the opening range. So it looks like it rejected this 1 hour supply zone. It is above VWAP though, so we'll see. Let me journal this really quick and then I'm gonna call it a day. And then later I'll be requesting a payout with Apex's new dashboard. So we'll see how that goes. I do have to double check if I have to make more money because I know yesterday I shouldn't, right? Because it's 42. Yesterday I had a pretty big day, 750. But I checked the dashboard and it said it was fine to request a payout. So I think I'll be fine. Um, yeah, we'll see. Either way, I have to wait for later. Damn. If I took this short, I would have gotten stopped out. Good thing I didn't take that. It's definitely choppy. It's definitely choppy. Not the best market. But it's not too surprising because on the bigger time frame, it's like we've been in the same area. It feels like months, but really it's just a month. But I feel like once we break out of this huge range on Nasdaq and US 30, like we'll see cleaner price action. Yeah. All right. I took longs on US 30 slash YM. Took longs on US 30 after it tapped a 10-minute demand zone and rejected it. As soon as we broke structure to the upside on the 1 minute time frame, I took longs. Boom. And then TP was really Just TP2. There's no other reason why I took profit there. I think if I didn't take profit, honestly, I would have expected it to touch up on VWAP. Give away some accounts. I've been wanting to give away accounts, but in order for some people, what they do is when they give away accounts, they give traders like a code, and then they use the code and they get the account. But I don't have a code for that, so I think I would need to contact the prop firm itself and see if I could do it that way. But other than like the other way to do it is I'll give away money basically, which I kind of don't want to do. I rather give away the accounts. Do you ever scale out or are you all or nothing? Recently, I've been all or nothing. Yeah. I think very rarely I'll leave a runner. I think I've only left the runner like once or twice with these accounts. Are you gonna trade tomorrow? I'll probably trade tomorrow, but not these accounts. Try Chat GPT, take profit and stop loss. I use Chat GPT, but not for trading. This is a good question. Do you get in a bad mood all day if you lose for that day? You want to trade? Oh, did you take any? You did? What did you take? Nasdaq longs? What? Where? Oh, okay, that's not bad. Break even. Oh, sorry. The question: do you get in a bad mood all day if you lose for that day? No, I don't. That's the crazy thing. Like, I'll be pissed off when I take the loss, and then I'll walk away. I'll leave this room. I'll walk away. Like, actually, I won't even look at my phone on the charts. I don't. And I'll be fine, you know? But let's just say I took those losses and I was still here looking at the charts. Then that'd be different because that's like a constant reminder. But yeah, that's a good question because I feel like a lot of beginners or people that are struggling to succeed with trading, they'll be very upset for the rest of the day if they're red on the accounts on that day. And it says a lot, right? It says you're very attached to your P&L. If you're attached to the P&L, it's not going to be good. Uncle Sam waiting for his cut. Bro, I know. Yo, I'm scared to pay Uncle Sam. If I think about taxes, like, it'll piss me off, bro. Because it's like, where is this money going? We don't know. We don't know. Bring her on camera. Bro, she's sick. She's sick. She's in her PJs. I don't think she wants to be on camera. With the possibility with the possibility of AK on payouts, how much of that goes to taxes? For sure, 20% or more. Who knows? Who knows? Obviously, like, it depends on the expenses and stuff, but I'm not 100% sure because I haven't even met with, a tax person. I've been like avoiding it for sure. Are you gonna do a tutorial on tax evasion? I think once I'll pay taxes, I think I'll make a video on it because it's like not talked about enough. It's not, especially with trading. It's like such a big thing as well. How do you prevent going on till? How do you know when to just stop and walk away? The best way to know to walk away is if I take two losses in a row. Then from there, it's like, okay, I'm not reading the market right, or I'm getting chopped up. So I'll call it a day, which is hard, right? But like, that's the discipline that you need in trading. You need to learn how to stop clicking to get in a trade. It's like the main thing. It's so simple, it sounds easy, but it's not. At first, it'll be really, really hard. But once you start practicing it, it'll get easier. But yeah, the best way to prevent going on tilt is literally walk away. Walk away from the charts. Don't be so upset. Every trader loses. Let's look at my stats, right? Let's look at the stats. Showing the stats is the best part because it shows you guys. I fucking take losses too. Yeah, I still get payouts. I don't get payouts because I'm lucky or because I'm the best trader. I have a crazy, stat. My stats are average. My stats are average. Look at last month. Look at how many losing days I had last month. Two losing weeks. Two losing weeks in a row. Yeah, I'm still getting a payout. That just goes to show you could get payouts even if you lose trades. Even if you have red days, you could get payouts. It's down to risk management and patience. My girlfriend getting a little too excited for this payout.
Oh, I'm excited, all
Yo. Are you a boy or a girl? This is the everyday question I get. And I get reminded every month that I'm a girl. I bleed every single month to remind me I'm a girl. I dress like a little boy, yes, but I'm definitely a girl. I thought you were a man. How? Bro. Oh shit, I gotta go. I gotta go. Alright, well, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I won't be trading these made accounts, but I'll definitely be trading something. I wanna trade Lucid. I wanna trade evals with Apex, because who knows if I'll blow the accounts after the payout. Or if they'll ban me or something. You never know. So I wanna stack up with Apex. I wanna try Lucid. And I wanna stack up with Tradeify. Once I do that, I think I'll be trading with Tradecopia, which is like Trade Syncer. But I've heard Tradecopia is supposed to be better because it's like it's a software, and with Trade Syncer, it's like they said it was like in the cloud. I'm not sure what they mean by that, but what I've heard is Tradecopia is better than Trade Syncer. So hopefully, I'll try that. I use your code $50 and got end of day. Nice. Thank you for using my code. 80K payouts in 2 months. When the Lambo coming, bro, I think I'm gonna need more than than 80K. I got 80K technically. I got 80K, but in reality it's like 40K, because of taxes and stuff. And like I've been too turned up. I haven't paid last year's taxes. What are your thoughts on Funded Next? I don't know. I've looked at their rules. They seem fine. They definitely pay out. I've never tried them. But alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you guys are gonna keep trading, I'd be careful because it's definitely a bit choppy, especially on Nasdaq. It does look like the volume kind of lowered. It looks like there's just low volume. So I'd be careful if you're gonna keep trading. If you caught your move, just call it a day. Call it a day. And if you caught a loss, I promise you, I get losses too. You just have to learn how to accept them and learn how to walk away. Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow.